there's a lot of figures that I picked up in 2022 that I really need to review just due to how much I like them. So why not start here? I know we just did this white trash Autobot like a few weeks ago, but hey, more the merrier, am I right, with that liquid nitrogen? From Transformers Studio Series 86, specifically their Voyager class, this is Ironhide from the G1 movie. And yeah, he comes with a head, which is kind of inaccurate for his most famous part in the movie, but you know, I guess we could just... If you're unfamiliar with Ironhide as a character, he's best described as the rough and tumble, lovable grandpa of the team. He was described as being one of the oldest Autobots around, and was always characterized as being Optimus Prime's best friend, essentially. Sure, he was rough and tumble, bit of a hothead, far too willing to bite off more than he could chew, but he countered that by being genuinely wise when it came to a lot of interpersonal struggles, being a loyal friend, a good listener, honest to a fault, and more than anything else, there's just the fact that Ironhide was one of the few Autobots who genuinely knew what to do in a battle situation. You have to remember, in the G1 cartoon, they were all scientists. Ironhide and Brawn were the only two of the original Autobots who specifically signed on to be warriors. And even though some, like Sideswipe and Sunstreaker, would fit the role perfectly well, they were never trained to be that way. Ironhide was. So, there's been a lot of Ironhides lately. They did the Masterpiece, and that just kind of opened the floodgates, because we got the Siege one, which was almost what we wanted, but not quite. There was the Earthrise one, which was even more almost what we wanted, but not quite. And now we got this one, and it's the one that we probably should have just got at first, because it's perfect, and I love it, but it's really frustrating to know that I basically spent $100 just to sell 2/3 of the Ironhides I got off, because this is the one that I needed, you know? Speaking of which, closer look. Looks nice. Great look. Love this Ironhide sculpt. It's so toyetic, so bulbousy. Like, that's a weird word to use, but Ironhide is kind of smooth, bulby character, despite the boxiness, and they got it just so perfectly. I don't think... the last time I saw a character go from screen to toy this perfectly in Studio Series was the 86 Hot Rod, and I do think this Ironhide plays better as a robot than Hot Rod did. Especially when he's dual-wielding and using his ankle tilts. Look at this! The transformation is incredibly clever. It is more than a little finicky with a lot of panels going on, but it's the clever kind of finicky. But I do have some issues, like for instance, look at that, look at the gap. That just kind of happens, unfortunately. Even with that, this is an amazing Ironhide.